Hello. Alright. So I reveal secrets. I've just left the game running in the background. But I've opened up this website, so now I can see this. We'll just have our chill elevator music from the hotel in the background. And let me actually switch to the website. Yeah, we can even see the mouse on the screen. Alright, so I'll just put that in the well, let me not put it completely over the capture window on OBS. I can still see chat. We're gonna try, I've done this once before, but this is since I just beat Legends EA on my Shiny Challenge, I figured this was something I wanted to revisit, and I could upload it as a video maybe. We'll see. But we'll try split mode. So this is a real simple app. You just pick the Pokemon that you like, and once we finish, I think it'll tell us what to do after that. So I like Majarna, just like just interesting mechanical gears and stuff. Fruit Bonnet's pretty cool. Silvally, or that's type Null, not Silvally. Type Null is kind of a regular Pokemon, but kind of legendary-ish. I like this because it's a silly Cobra, and Growlithe's just a good iconic design. Lapras is pretty incredible too. And Duraludon right here is probably one of my favorites from Sword and Shield, just because it's a skyscraper dragon that's weird. I'll give that. So I don't think there's any rule on how many you should pick or not pick. Those, again, as we go further, it'll randomly select more Pokemon for us to highlight. I think it's impossible. I mean, is it possible to not like Incineroar? It's certainly possible. Ogre Pond is incredible. And the Teal Mask DLC for Scarlet and Violet. I liked Marini here. Marini is a really cool Pokemon. It's kind of like a sea urchin. I think that's the right way to put it. And I like the trash. That's crazy. I can't believe I like the trash. I like Volcanion, but also I don't think its lore is very well established anywhere, so I don't know if I'll actually click it. And I like Ekans because it's Snick, and Mimikyu. Mimikyu is a really cool design. And yes, I realize that I'm liking Incineroar, but not Torcat. And you know what? I'm sticking to that. I could always click on Wiglet too. Okay, no Wiglet. We'll just move on. Okay, Murkrow. I absolutely love Murkrow. Not going to click on Metapod, despite the wonderful feature it has in the anime. I do love Iron Bundle though, and Toucannon, because tricks are for kids, I guess. Slitherwing, I think, is a cool design, and Volcanion. It's Volcanion. Oh no. We'll see it later. There's the moth, fire moth that in space. This is the prehistoric version of the fire moth. Earthworm definitely gets a like. Farfetch gets the like. Excalibur absolutely gets a like. Give the dog a like. Oh yeah, Gligar. I love Gligar. Manaphy. I love Manaphy. And Infernape. Infernape, I just have good memory playing a game using it. Camelrop's, I think, a cool design too. Oh, there you are. Okay, thanks for joining the stream. Alright, I mean, no one else is here, so I can just explain what's going on again really briefly. First of all, secrets revealed. I'm using the game's hotel lobby music in the background, but this is the Pokemon Picker. Some clever programmer came up with this, and they just give you a bunch of these fields where you pick Pokemon you like out of the field, and then you hit the button and it gives you another set to look at. So if you hover over them, it tells you the Pokemon. Oh, hold on. Let me go to the. Okay, I was looking at the capture on OBS. If you hover over it, it tells you what Pokemon it is. So Calio, which is helpful. I know a lot of Pokemon, but I don't have all 1025 names memorized. So Keldeo, I think, is a cool one though. It's one of the 4 horsemen. Definitely like Bisharp. Butterfree gets a pass. Scrafty is cool. He's just a cool little dude. And Ludicolo, the most Mexican Pokemon of all time. And Vivian, I'm gonna like Vivian. Grogelge right here is a Pokemon design I love and have never used because I don't like it in battle. But, you know, I'm just gonna click like, and maybe one day it'll be good. We'll do Metagross and Palmy, those are fun. I'm gonna not click on Hitmonchan. I think the design's good, but it's not that good. It's just Jackie Chan. Molewell, I love Molewell. Oh, I love Kartana. This thing's one of the Ultra Beasts. Technically it's not actually good, but it's cool because it has a massive attack stat. Crobat is the only redeeming value that Zubat has. You know, actually I will like Meganium, and I like Colossal here. No, that's Charcoal. Okay, no, I don't like Charcoal. I like the final evolution. I do like Rampardos. Rampardos in the... I mean, this is a random obsession, but I've been playing the TCG Pocket, and Rampardos is really good in the TCG Pocket game. And in the games that Fungus is present in, sometimes it masquerades as a Pokeball. So when you click on a Pokeball on the map, you get attacked by a mushroom instead of getting an item. That's just fun. Also Chespin. Chespin, just look at him. Yeah, Chespin, he gets the like for sure. Regidrago. This was in the Sword and Shield DLC, the armor, the Tundra, Frozen Tundra, I forget what it was. They wanted to add more Reggies. This one sucks. No click. Definitely gonna click on Vulpix. Best Fox Pokemon. Zoroark. Second best Fox Pokemon. I don't know if it's a fox. I love this. Hi, Garchomp. Yeah, Rattata, you can be in the gang. Holy, also not Colossal. You get no click. Iron Hands definitely gets a click. That's one of the future Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet. Greedent. The Greedy Squirrel. Moving on. Wimpod's amazing actually. He's in the Alola games. What was that? Sun and Moon? Sun and Moon. In Sun and Moon, this is one of the Pokemon. I think it's Guzma, as is like his ace. It evolves into a cool thing. But Wimpod runs away. Wimpod's hilarious. Necrozma's from that game too, one of the mythical Pokemon. It's just cool. Cool Lava? No Cool Lava, no Coldfish. I actually do like Orbeetle. Bug types are like never cool, but they want to be cool. I'm gonna like it. I'm definitely gonna like the elephant. Do I like Thundurus? I don't think I like Thundurus. I do like the penguin. And I like the entire Tink line. Steel Fairy type. They're so cool. Also Honchkrow, look at the hat. Moving on. Hat. I have the hat. Rhyhorn. Probably the first Pokemon ever designed. Fun fact. Well-known fun fact. I think I like that. I like the octopus. Definitely Regigigas. Rioni, no. I'm gonna click like on Chikorita too. I like Fortress because it learns Explosion. And you know what, I like Regirock. I like the Cursola. This is I think this was Sword and Shield. They added a number of evolutions to some of the more egregious Gen 1 and Gen 2 Pokemon that just weren't useful. Cursola is still not good, but it's there. We can have Nidoqueen on the list. Definitely Hawlucha. I like Dolive, but I'm not going to click on it. I do love this cat though. And Cubone. Yeah. Slowly I just autopad Mewtwo. Mewtwo gets clicks. The worm also gets clicks. Whatever Shellos is gets a click. You know what? I'm not gonna click on you, Meowth. I'll get a mushroom instead. maybe Ursaluna. Fido is amazing. It's a dog made of donuts. I will not explain any further. This Barthra. It's a Pokemon. It's cool. Goodbye. You get a like because you evolve into Garchomp. Mewtwo gets the click. Mewtwo is overplayed and overloved, but Mewtwo always gets the click. Ampharos gets a click too. And for go over to OBS. I have the Pokedex open in here. Ampharos gets the click because of this. Mega Ampharos. Mega Ampharos has the hair, so Mega Ampharos gets the click. Also Carpink and Yanma. It's a dragonfly. Nicked? No, you don't get a click. Iron Thorns gets a click though. Iron Thorns is fun. Now look at this sassy bird fossil. Ursa Ring. You don't get a click. Gibble gets a click. Oricorio gets a click. Kangaskhan absolutely. Paris absolutely. Poltegeist. Guys, Poltegeist definitely gets a pass. I'm not gonna give Beldum or Nosepass, but I will click on Emolga here. Grubbin. You know what? No Grubbin. No Combuskin. Machamp almost shouldn't get a click because you still have to trade Machoke to get it. Celebi gets a click. Charmander gets a click. Fluttermane, arguably the best non-legendary Pokemon included in Scarlet and Violet. Dragonair. Walmart. It's funny, I talked about Tangle earlier. It's just vines. It's just vines. Pukumuku gets a click though. And Slackoth. Slackoth's fun. And I like this. It's Pangoro. It's a panda. Yes, the Fluttermane has a ridiculous speed, I think, and ridiculous special attack. It just like one-shots tons of stuff. Super good. Ninetales, no further explanation needed. Heracross, same. Venomoth, yes. Golurk, you do not deserve anything. Frenzendipity. Lopunny, definitely though. And Wooper is the best boy. I heard you like Mudkip. Bayleaf's out. Yeah, there's our boy Volcarona. I love Volcarona. And I like Poltegeist. This is the matcha version. And Clodsire is the Paldea version of Wooper's evolution. I think that's right. I'm just going to say that confidently and move on. Alright, Gengar. Old Man Dog. Pelipper. Crab. Crab gets a like. Conkeldurr gets a like. Actually, Minior too. The Anchor. I love the Anchor. I'll think about clicking on Tentacruel and then not click on Tentacruel. We'll give Crocodile a click though. Oh my goodness, it's my boy. This is a Dunsparce. It's a Dunsparce with an extra segment. Heatran's not well established in any lore, but I just think it's kind of a cool weirdo. Obstagoon, now we have our Minecraft rock, a pig, a panda, whatever you are, big penguin. You know, Stantler, you can join. Litten, you're in. This one's, the name is fun. Caracosta, I think, is based on a classic prehistoric turtle. Makey, you're not gonna get the click. Genesect will. Regice will. Feraligatr. My first playthrough of Silver, I started with Totodile, and Feraligatr was awesome. I like Masquerain. I love Shaman. You know, I'm not gonna click Chimchar. I will click this incredible Derpy Fuecoco. I'm not gonna click on the Lake Guardians. I will click on the Togepi though, and this Swirl, and Smoliv, and you, and Tortuga, Majestic Mushroom, not the Grasshopper, absolutely Vikavolt, absolutely Melodic. Not you. Nuzleaf can join. And, you know, I used to like Electivire, but I'm not gonna click you right now. Stack Attacka, hell yeah! Look, it's cubes. Is cubes. Cetra's a cool design. Iron Boulder. I love you, Stunfisk. Melton. No. Iron Treads though, yes. Oh my god, it's my boy Colossal. I was talking about him earlier. He's fun. Charcadet's cool because it evolves into two different awesome fire Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet. Buneri, you're not getting the like. Tapu Bolo's not getting the like either. Executor? I'm gonna give Executor a click. Iron Moth. Iron Moth gets a click. Gyarados, like Mewtwo, overload, but every time it's included in a game, it's usually the best Pokemon you can use for your playthrough. And that's why it was not in my team at the end of Legends EA. It's so good. I still like it. It's just overused. Yeah, I'm gonna like the moon. Annihilate. Mankey, Primate, not that cool. Annihilate. Third evolution added in Scarlet and Violet. Very cool design. I'll just like the owl. I like Lamora. Dwebble. Dwebble is adorable. Klefki is house keys. You gotta like Skeledirge, Fire Alligator. We're on board. Tatsugiri is just sushi. I liked Manaphy, Fiona here. You can breed Manaphy and then get this legendary, an unlimited supply of them. But it's just Manaphy and worse, so it does not get clicked. Surfetched. I will not elaborate further. And Tandemaus, I think. This evolves into a Pokemon that is just more mice. And fun fact, in Scarlet and Violet, it's glitched. It evolves at a fairly low level, but frequently it just evolves without giving you the evolution cutscene. So when I was playing through that game, I just suddenly had Mousehold, the evolution, and had no clue that it had ever evolved. Another octopus here, though. Vrumsnarl, I think, is a cool design. That was from Sword and Shield. And I like Inteleon. We also have a Stonehenge Pokemon. More crab yet like. Inkay gets to like too. Primate does not. Flygon. I'm gonna like click on it a few times. Flygon's amazing. And Regieleki, unlike Reggie Draco being lame and worthless, Regieleki, it's kind of a cool design. Monumentally high speed stat. Not actually that good, I hear, but it's just cool. I like the laddies. And Tapu Lele, Umbreon for sure. Electros, I didn't have much opinion of before Legends EA, but just using the shiny Electros for the game was a really good experience. So he's in now. You are not. Glaceon is. Magneton is. This other fire type starter. You're in. Ivysaur. Snom. Look at Snom. Incredible. Nidoking. Bombardier. Not you. Or you, yeah. Baltoy is kind of a maybe. Blaziken though. Ooh, and this dragon. Not this Tapu, but Mybarrel. Mybarrel evolves from Bidoof. Probably one of my favorite Pokemon. Mybarrel's worse, but it gets a pass by association. Parasect doesn't. This is a T-Rex, so you're in. Corsola is in. I'm not gonna like any of the pre-evolutions of Nidoqueen or Nidoking. Nidoqueen and Nidoking, great. Nidoran and the Nidorino, Nidorina, not great. Luxray though, and this tree, Trevenant, that's on board. Scorbunny's in, Elmer's in, Runerigus is not. Granados is though, Ludwig. Toad's Cruel. Giratina. Dale, just like the Raichu and Meryl. You remember as a kid the playground rumors of Pika Blue, and it just ended up being a different Pokemon. Oh my god, this asshole. Alomanola was like announced in the Gen 5 games. The Love Disc exists. This is another heart-shaped fish. No relation. No like. Chinpao gets the pass. This thing's cool. And Shelter. Tyranitar is so good despite being bad type combo of Dark Rock. Sudowoodo and Beware. Oh, there's Mousehold. Another owl. Ferrothorn. Seadra is way better than you, Kingdra. I'm sorry. Dipplin, also not very cool. Froggedier's cool though. And Jinx exists. Moving on. Slowking I like. Go-Goat. Go-Goat's a goat. You were a Stingray, you get a like. Charizard. This is Iron Jugulus. A Hydreigon in the future. Munchlax, incredible. Monkey Dory. I will click on and then unclick and not click again. It's a pretty funny design actually. Hitmonlee gets the same treatment as Hitmonchan. Bite me. Chestnut's cool though. Hatterene has a hat and does not get a click. And Boltund starts out in life as a corgi and then becomes not a corgi, so no click. Probopass though. Probopass reminds me of the Thornberries, so Nigel, you're in, and Croagunk's in, and Larvitar's in. Larvitar's in despite the fact that in Gen 2 you can't get it until you get to Mount Silver, at which point it is level 15 and would take forever to evolve into a Tyranitar. That's a crime against kids everywhere. I'm gonna just go back up here and click on Skull Villain because Firegrass. Oh, you're just sand. You are a vulture. Clamperl. Phoebos is Magikarp and it evolves into Melodic. And I think it's cooler than Magikarp in every way. And I always name my Haxorus Battleaxe, so Battleaxe you're in. Magikarp is here too. Magikarp evolves into Gyarados, and Gyarados is amazing. You know what Magikarp is? Not. Ponyta gets a pass though. Electric is a newfound love. Why is it cooler? I mean, like Magikarp's design's not that bad, right? Like it's a carp. It's a good representation of a carp. Maybe even a legendary carp. Well, look at Phoebus. Phoebus has so much more character. So Magikarp's only good because it becomes Gyarados. Phoebus, similarly, is really only good because it becomes melodic. But Phoebos also, in most games it's present in, is much more rare and difficult to get. And that makes it more interesting. But that's just like my opinion. Moving on, that's a dolphin, so it gets a click. And Toxel gets a click in general. And Lumineon. And this is a turbo snail. I kind of want to click Spectrier, but I won't. But I will click on Lucario. Also, just because I like playing him in Smash. Toad's cool. You're cool. Frostlass is cool. Golduck. No. Slugma for the memes. No, I don't think I'll click on Noibat. I will click on Phanpy, Espeon, Wobbuffet. That's Brian in Pokemon form. Aerodactyl. We'll go ahead and click the Porygons. Moltres, Cresselia, absolutely. Cacturn, Farigiraf. Do you remember Girafarig from Generation 2? This is the same, it's an evolution, but it's the name's just inverted. Farigiraf, Girafarig. No squawkability. No, I don't think I'll click on you. Salamence, yes. Torkoal, yes. Not you. Scolipede, I had a good time with this Pokemon in the TCG Pocket and in the shiny playthrough just now. Pichu gets a click. I did not click on Golduck, but I will click on Psyduck. And Fallinx. Rayquaza. I don't actually like Houndoom. I do like Flareon and this Fox. And the Totodile. I thought Mr. Rime was cool when I played Sword and Shield, and now I don't. But I do like this. Lurantis is kind of like Scyther. It's a praying mantis, but a way cooler design. Urshifu. Urshifu is like the paywall for competitive Pokemon. You have to buy the Sword and Shield DLC to do competitive Pokemon because he's in there. Goldengo, incredible. Marshadow, great. Beartic, I mean I like the Beartic design, but I don't like Beartic. I do like Zygarde, especially after Legend CA. Landers, yes. Snover. Cobra, I mean Arbok. Cyndaquil, ditto. Do I like Minccino? Yeah. All of the horse. Iron Leaves, no. Cosmon, no. Heliodisc though. Slowbro. King Gambit, yes. And Terrapagos, yeah. This is the paid competitive Pokemon from Scarlet and Violet. I'm gonna like the garbage. Hot take. Yanmega. I was hoping there'd be a Yanmega or a Mega Yanmega. There's not, but it could be. Dynamo. Greninja. Starmie is an incredible design. And go back to OBS. Starmie has a Mega. And it's so silly. Look at this guy. Crazy. Un Fezant. No. You're gonna get denied laugh for it. Tinglu. Yeah. Dusclops. Big Minecraft boy. Ambipom. Oh, there's the Golisopod. The Wimpod evolves into this. No, not you. Yes, you. That's a sword. That's a lamp. That's a seed. That's Roselia. No. The Sneasler. Skarmory. So there's a lot to like on that tab. Serena. An L. Whirlipede. What a weirdo. I love him. Not you, Mareep. I do like Tapu Koko. Mostly from the TCG pocket. Cubfu becomes Urshifu. I like Capsakid. This one's a silly one. Yep. Rockruff. Do you like a dung beetle? We got a dung beetle. Like Raikou and Broliva. It's an olive tree. I love olives. Bad Cargo was the first shiny Pokemon I found in any game. That's a pig. Not Yumuk. Definitely Masquerada. Aggron. Aggron's Mega was pretty cool. No, not Graveler. I do like Xurkitree. That's one of the Ultra Beasts. Not you, Barbicle. Vespiquen. Yes, this guy's cool. Right on, Glade. Porygon, yes. Dratini. Samurott. Absol like sucks in that playthrough, but Absol's a cool design. Rapidash. Registeel, there's my Corgi. I'm not gonna click on Arceus. God of nothing. You get passed up by a firefish thing. Zacian, sure. Savali. The lion, absolutely. I didn't click on Muck, but Grimer I think's funny. Melmetals, cool. Superior, not actually good, but I'm on board. Florgus I think's cool. I like Skunky. Tinkaton, yeah. Darkrai. Sunrock. Another mushroom. This guy. Magmortar, you're cooler than Electivire, Spiritomb, not you. Roaring Moon, man, that one's cool. Launcher for sure. My second ever shiny. No Okie Dokie, no. Oh, there's Bird. Shiftry. Cobalion. Electabuzz is way cooler than Electivire. And Ado, I do like Pikachu and Ranunculus. I think this will start to speed up once we get somewhere around the halfway point, maybe. Chansey I think's cool. Well, thank you. Like, this was one of my ideas, just to go through this. And when I finish it, like, I'm gonna write down probably the top 20 and the bottom 20. And maybe I'll do something with that in the future. Rhydon, Ho-Oh, Typhlosion, the Ice Cream, Trapinch. I like this guy. A Snowflake. We like a Snowflake and a Gulpin and this turtle. Not Rhyperior. And the baby T-Rex. That's DNA. The whale. Like, it's Verizon. Blossom. Archeops. A Sandcastle. You gotta like the Sandcastle. And I really like this guy. Turtonator. His shell explodes when people hit him. Good worm energy. Celesteela, a pig. This is Falcor from the Neverending Story. Teddy bear, a bus. Bullaflant. Dialga. Another cactus. Crumb Roller is awesome. This one, I've got a competitive Azumarill with Belly Drum and Aqua Jet. And take its pass. Like Primarina, the snail. We'll just move on. We'll look at that guy and that. There's a fat cat. I don't like it. I like this. A treasure chest. I think Gimme Ghoul is a cool concept. It's like frustrating if you wanted to like make a good Goldango, because you need to collect 990 Gimme Gold coins to evolve it. But it's just kind of like that. That's a weird side quest to include in a game in general. Shedinja's amazing. Swords. Lazy Snake. It is a mimic. Kind of. And it's not Sword and Shield, it's Scarlet and Violet, the latest Gen 9 games. These are spread out around the map, and you can catch them. If you defeat them, you get the gold coins that are inside them. So you find coins, you can defeat Gimme Ghoul to get coins, and once you have a Gimme Ghoul and 999 coins, you can have a Goldango, which is incredibly good. Anyway, that's a Pine Cone, so it gets clicked. And that's Pidgeot, so it gets clicked, and that has an Ice Cube for a head. Magby gets a click too. Dondozo gets a click for sure. Sharpedo. Yeah, Sharpedo keeps the click. Another Dolphin. Blissey does not get the click. Magnezone does. Riolu does. Floette gets a click. Eldegoss gets a click. Explode gets a click. My boy Dunsparce. No, Zubat, you don't. I mean, that's what you're here for. When the favorite bar is full, I think we're gonna see a bunch of stuff appear over here. We'll find out together. Yeah, you're cool. Crab. Oh, notice how this one down here only has 4. We might be through the first pass, or close to it anyway. Absolutely clicking on you, my boy. Shuckle, yeah, Shuckle. I guess I'm still seeing new ones. We're not there yet. Magmar's pretty cool. Great Tusk does not get a click. You do. And you do. And weirdly Beedrill does. And Lantern. This one's also excellent in the TCG pocket. That's one of my favorite new ones from Generation 9. Haunter's cool in general. Okay, less on that tab. Aegislash. Venonat. Venonat's so cool. Mr. Mime. He's a mime. Victini. Victini is only getting a like because it's like a weird mythical that you could get at the beginning of Generation 5 when the game's launched. And that's like a... the whole thing about it was weird. I named this Mudbray Tina when I played through Sword and Shield. Mungus. Bungus evolves into a Mungus because it's the fungus Among Us. Mr. Magius, Guzzlord, you, Sandslash, this Sloth, an Acorn, Staryu. I'm gonna click on the Geodude. And this bell on this weird mole. And a baby lion. You, not you. Red Bullshire. Rodon. Corion, Gardevoir, Malfoy, Bidoof. You, Delibird. I like Goodra, but every time I try and use it in the game, I don't like it. I'm just gonna leave that there though. Ice Horse though, you're in. Frou is better than it has any right to be. Kyogre, Calyrex. Not clicking on you. I'm unclicking on Sylveon. Sylveon's cool. but I don't really like it. I do like Helicasam, even though you can't get it. There's a cow. Zekrom. Okay, he's just a weird little dude. And there's a hippo. Alcohol was good in the playthrough, I remember that. From X and Y, he is featured in the Legend ZA post-game. One of the best legendary Pokemon ever to be present in a couple seasons of competitive Pokemon. I like Lugia. I like this Dewpider. And Unknown's getting clicked. It does not deserve it, but it is getting clicked. Smeargle's getting clicked. Smeargle famously can learn everything, and at one point in competitive history, people would teach it Dark Void, Darkrai's signature move, which has a 100% chance to hit both enemies and put them to sleep. Hilarious. You're T. You get the click. You're Scizor. You're another dolphin. Golem does not get the click, but this rock fox thing does. Oh, Wartortle. I almost ignored you and Pachirisu. I like Toxapex. I like this Rabsca. The dung beetle from Generation 9 evolves into this. Unknown deserves a click, and you get no say in this. Unknown is incredible in the sense that it's useless, but it's incredible. Rabsca here. Rabsca is the first Pokemon that has a move in Generation 9. It has a single PP. It will sacrifice itself to revive a fainted member of your party, which is actually useless in practice, but it's amazing that it exists at all. Zapdos, no explanation needed. Sableye, it's a gemstone Pokemon. Groudon. Reshiram? Yeah, Reshiram. Yveltal, I love this jellyfish and the chandelier, and there's the other Lottie. Spinda gets a click, you get a click, you get a click. Scyther gets a click. Pecharunt does not deserve a click, but I thought it was fun. And Donphan, you get a click. Flamigo is our friend. I like Nihilego, one of the Ultra Beasts. Emboar, I almost like enough to click, but I won't. I do like Relicanth and Steelix and this turtle. Rillaboom. Cherrim, I love the design of. In game, it's not like this all the time, though. Hydreigon gets a click, though. And no, not you. Tentacle. Not Tentacle. Almastar. Sure, Bulbasaur. Tyrion, Tauros, Gumi, hell yeah, Gumi. Yeah, Drapion. I like this duck. I like that duck. Chespin's a cool guy. You and Arcanine. Alouetta, I think, is a fun design. In Scarlet and Violet's DLC, there is a moment in the end after you've done a lot of this stuff. I don't know if you have to do anything, you just have to be able to go to the DLC. there is a spot on the map where you'll find swirling wind, and then if you go into the camera mode, set up the sepia filter, spin the camera around, you'll hear some music, which is Meloetta singing, and then when you close the camera, it'll be there and you can fight it and catch it. That is 100% real, and I don't know how anyone ever figured that out, because they did not announce its presence in the DLC. That was just a thing you could do. Oh my god, it's the buff mosquito and Jigglypuff, Venusaur, Dusknoir, Sandy Shocks. This is a Magneton in the past, and I'm not going to click it. I will click Starly though. Iron Hands. Oh, I think, okay. I think we're back to ones that I've already identified as favorites. So now I'm picking the ones that I like the best out of this set. I think I'll still keep trying to go through some of my thoughts, but at this point I've talked about most of the ones I've clicked on. So now I'm just picking ones that I like the best. And it's kind of arbitrary. Yeah, it's not even just the talking about everything, it's more, more to keep the train of thought going. I mean, the Tinka, this one's Tinkatuff, I think, right? Hover, Tinkatuff, yeah. Like in my Scarlet Violet playthrough, Steel Fairy was just so fun to use. Wailord I like just because of its cool design. Rowlet for sure. Mawile, yeah. And the Flamigo. Which is, yes, that's just Flamigo and Amigo slapped together. Penguin. Pelipper. And the jellyfish. Actually, and Trapinch. Entei. Dragonite. There's some heavy hitters on this page. Magmar, Wobbuffet, Alakazam, the Crab, Bouffalant, almost didn't click on Aegislash. And Dragon, I didn't talk about it when I clicked it first, but that's Black and White is when it came out. Gethys has this as his signature Pokemon, and it is a dark dragon type, which at the time was a pretty good combo. Today, a Jigglypuff with a Fairy move can knock it out in one hit, but at the time it had Outrage, Flamethrower, I think a Water move, and Earthquake, and it just like wiped the floor with me. It was such an amazing Pokemon. I don't know if that's still true, but yeah, we're just throwing it out there. Blaziken. No. Oh, yeah. Gotta click you because of the hat. Mewtwo was gonna go through another cycle for sure. See the Mars filling up. We're getting somewhere. Yes, I clicked on Love Disk again. Vulture is a cool design. I think we're on the third loop now. Or maybe not yet. We're getting there though. Surely we're on the next loop now. This algorithm is pretty fascinating. I wonder how they optimized it to really rank your favorites. I mean, I think the other thing we might see is as we get close to finishing this bar, it might make slower and slower progress. To some extent, I'm sitting here thinking about how the sorting algorithm might be working, but I've definitely lost the plot at this point. I think I remember the cycle. We're gonna find our first favorite, and then the bar might reset. Now we're kind of working our way backwards, I think. Wow.
Hi.
I'm currently finding my favorite Pokemon.
Huh?
There's a website where you can find all of your favorite Pokemon.
Oh. I'm getting a headache. Peggy cleared up my couch, so I've come to ruminate.
Ruminate.
Ow.
Well,
I know, so hot.
I'm currently recording.
Huh?
I'm currently recording.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Am I ruining it?
You're not. I mean.
Oh, just can you edit that out?
Can I edit that out? I don't know. I'm not very good at editing. We'll find
Wait.
out.
Oh my god, why did you tell me?
What did I tell you?
Yeah.
That's why I closed the door.
That's not communicating anything.
Okay.
You should just be like, hey, I'm going to be recording for the next 2 hours. Don't come in. If you need me, text them. Okay, please, now you know what to do going forward. I'll leave you alone. I'll go fart in my own office.
Okay.
It's okay.
This is a different ranking than I had in the past. I don't remember when I did this. Sitting here thinking about how there's like 1,000 to go. This might be a moment where I stop the video and then pick up on this later. I don't know if there's a way to save. You can save the current list, that's nice. Okay, let me, before I close though, we can look at the, so we have 16, 20, 19, 20, the top 20. Articuno is my favorite. I kind of end up putting it here every time. This is a new one. I mean, these make sense. So Ceruledge. It was funny in Scarlet and Violet, I didn't even know this Pokemon existed, and then right before the Elite Four, there's just a random trainer that has one, and it's like this beastly thing. It was crazy, just out of nowhere. Aegislash was one of the best Pokemon in X and Y. Just flat out. It has like a defense mode and an attack mode. You can do some crazy stuff with it. Charizard makes sense. One of the Game Freak's favorites. Wildengo I talked about. There's a lot of it's really good. Really fun. Super powerful. Tinkaton isn't as popular with other people, but I like the idea of this small creature with a giant hammer. Spiritomb was the original Pokemon with no weaknesses. Now that Fairy type exists, it does have one, but it's still cool. Melodic, we talked about that. It's like Gyarados, but I think it's better. And you see Gyarados didn't make the top 20 for that reason. Dragonite, I like quite a lot. Zapdos, my second favorite of the original three birds. Garchomp, arguably a better dragon than Dragonite. Pyroar I used a lot in Legends EA. The Dunsparce is silly, but it's just a Dunsparce with an extra segment. Among Us is the Pokemon that learned Spore first, I think. 100% sleep move. Gengar has just always been cool. Iron Hands is one of the future Paradox Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet, and it's really quite good. And there's Mewtwo, Xerneas. I mean, Mewtwo is overrated, right? But it is objectively one of the best Pokemon. Xerneas has a move called Geomancy, which effectively doubles all of its useful stats. Scolipede, like I liked before, but with the Mega, it's extra good. And then Incineroar has Intimidate, Parting Shot, all this stuff. It's probably objectively the best Pokemon of all time. But it's only my 20th favorite on this list so far. And then Mew just barely didn't make the cut. Alright. So I'll end the stream here. Maybe I'll do more of the ranking offline later. And finish up, you know, the bottom 20 or bottom 100 or so. Well, I'll think about a strategy on that. But thanks for watching. I appreciate your time, buddy. Hope you have a good night.